I'd like to show you how I make a homemade camping tarp. What I do is I use a few materials that you may have around the house. If not, some very inexpensive but well-structured materials would help you to make a fine tarp. Alright, first of all, I'd like to show you that it's 4 mil black visqueen. You can buy at Lowe's. An entire roll 10 feet by 25 feet, cost about $17. Duct tape, hammer, scissors, tape measure, so that way you can measure out the size that you need, and a grommet kit. These grommet kits cost about $5 at Walmart, and a block of wood. Don't forget a block of wood. You're going to need that for your grommet kit. Okay, here in a moment I'll show you how to start with the tarp. I've already pre-measured and pre-cut an 8 by 8 foot tarp. I've already done a little work on it, but I want to show you some details, how to make the corners and how to fit the rest of the tarp with grommets. Now I'd like to start with the corners of the tarp. Once you've cut your tarp, you want to go ahead and fasten your corners with grommets. Now what I like to do is I like to use duct tape to reinforce the strength of the corners. You don't simply just take one ply of the visqueen because it's too malleable and pull right out. What I like to do is first you fold about an inch, inch and a half the length of your tarp. And if you're working by yourself, which I usually do work by myself, unfortunately, it's just my 13-year-old and I work on these projects together, but he's not here at the moment, so I'm working on this alone. So you use duct tape as your third hand. Duct tape the corner so that way it stays, then go duct tape the other 4 corners. Now, when you're working back the other direction, again, you fold it along the width, about an inch and a half. Take a piece of duct tape, approximately 3 inches in length, because you're actually going to wrap that around that entire corner. Reason being is because you want to double the strength of this corner, of this attachment point, by using the duct tape as a reinforcer along with the actual folds themselves. Now I'll go ahead and show you how to install the grommet. You're also going to want to install attachment points throughout the length and width of your tarp. Here I've already folded the length over in the middle using my tape measure to get an exact midpoint, and I secured it with a piece of tape. Now, to install the grommet, again, you take another 3-inch piece of tape, wrap it around the point, front and back, in which you're going to attach the grommet to. Okay? Now, we have our grommet kit. You need our block of wood. You're going to need your hole punch. You're going to need your hammer. Okay? Place the block of wood underneath the attachment point, approximately halfway. Give it a good tap a couple of times. What will happen is it'll punch a clean hole straight through the duct tape and the plywood. You just got to hit it hard enough. Now that you've successfully punched your hole through your tarp, I'd like to point something out. While using the punch, you can see that it's hollow, and sometimes you get it clogged up with these little divots, these little pieces of tarp or duct